with Sheikh Hassan, inshallah.
You're picking on me every time.
Sorry.
I will do that last time, inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. First of all, I think it is important that we come to an understanding of the root cause of the problem. So what is the origin of rumors? It is your tongue. And if we look into the Quran and into the Sunnah, we will find so many proofs and evidences warning us from the slip of the tongue that would make it or break it. So use your tongue in halal and praiseworthy things, you enter Jannah. Man qala la ilaha illallah, dakhal al-Jannah. Say the testimony of declaration of faith, there's no God worthy of being worshipped except Allah, and you enter Jannah. But you use it in the negative side, and the Prophet tells us that a man may say a word, a statement that throws him in hell as far as the east and the west, or the length of a 70 autumns, 70 years. So it's the same word, it's the same organ in your body that moves and makes these waves and sounds, but the impact accompanied by the intention has devastating effects if used in the wrong context. So rumors we tend to use easily and freely because there is no effort exerted when moving your tongue. It's the easiest thing that can move. Moving your hand means that you have to carry some weight. But to use your tongue and speak and talk, whether in good or bad, that's the easiest thing for you to do. So the Prophet ﷺ warned us from that when he said to Mu'adh ibn Jabal, after listing a number of good deeds to do, and he's going from top to bottom, and when he reached the last level, he said, if you cannot do any of this, refrain from saying bad things, refrain from using your tongue. Kuffa anka hada. Hold your tongue and not let it indulge in things that are haram. So Mu'adh had the same concept or the same thought or conviction that we have, that in Arabic we say al-kalam ma alayhi jumruk. Yani there is no taxation on what you say. Unlike when you import something and the customs, they take taxations on you. When you speak, it's okay. No, there is. And there's even more harsher punishment than taxation. مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ. Not a single word or rhetoric comes out of your mouth without this strong and punishable or punishing registering on you. So the Prophet said, ثَكِلَتْكَ أُمُّكَ يَا مُعَاذ. Woe be to you, Mu'adh. When Mu'adh asked, O Prophet of Allah, will Allah Azza wa Jal hold us accountable to what we say? I know that He will hold us accountable to what we do or what we not do, but talking is cheap. So the Prophet said, ثَكِلَتْكَ أُمُّكَ يَا مُعَاذ. May Allah Azza wa Jal. This is a word of sort of blaming or reprimanding. So woe to you, Mu'adh. What would make the people fall on their faces in hellfire if it were not for their tongues?
SubhanAllah. MashaAllah. So the tongue is the beginning point, and it spreads information. Hearing, it goes here, and then it comes out through here, and it goes to someone else here. And the interesting thing is that it changes. When it changes medium, the actual rumor changes itself. And this is so damaging. But going back to some of the proofs about rumors and so on, Sheikh Salim, if you don't mind commenting a little bit more on the importance or some of the warnings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us when it comes to spreading information, spreading rumors and so on.
Alhamdulillah. This ayah, ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد.
No.
Imam Ahmad, during his sickness, he was groaning, moaning out of pain. Then they told him, just now I can't recall the name of the tabi'. Tawus is saying, the angels, they write even that.
Allah.
They said he stopped immediately because he doesn't want the angel to write.
Allah
Though
Akbar.
he was suffering. Though he was suffering. In Islam, we have yardstick, we have a criterion that we have to verify before spreading any news.
Right.
See, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
and in the Quran, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا. If you receive a news, verify it. Verify the news. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, كفى بالمرء كذبا أن يحدث بكل ما يسمع.
SubhanAllah.
It is sufficient to be a liar that you convey, you spread whatever you hear without verification.
Relay station.
Relay station immediately.
And how easy it is today with all the technology
That,
that's available
you
to
see,
us.
Kaza, this is enough for you. You're a liar. Because so told me. See, Imam Shafi'i, rahimahullah, used to say, حدثنا الثقة. Some whom we trust. Then one day they asked him, who's this thiqa, Sheikh? When the name is mentioned, he said, Rahimakallah. Who told you he is trustworthy?
SubhanAllah.
So verify. Another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, that's why, my dear brothers and sisters, we need to go back to this pure spring and quench our thirst and learn. We have everything, alhamdulillah, in Islam. This is a blessing from Allah. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, man samata naja. If you keep silent, you'll be delivered. You'll be saved. So try, most of the time, to be quiet, silent. Don't talk. Because the moment this organ, that's why all the limbs of the body, every day, the limbs of the body are seeking Allah's protection from the evil of the
SubhanAllah.
tongue. Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu used to hold
Hold it.
his tongue and say, this is the one who's going to ruin me.
Allah.
This is the one that's going to ruin me, the tongue. He also said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, من حفظ ما بين لحييه وما بين رجليه ضمنت له الجنة.
Allah.
Whoever maintains what is between the jaws, that is the tongue. And what is between the two legs, that's the private part, I guarantee Jannah for him.
Allah.
See, the tongue, it is very, very, very dangerous organ. And we need to control it. And one of the mashayikh said, Allah has locked it with the jaws,
Right.
with two set of teeth. And you willingly go and you release.
And the lips as well.
And the lips. So the tongue is very dangerous.
Is it true that some of the Sahabas used to put a little rock inside their mouth on their tongue to remind them, yani, to irritate them, to remind them of their tongue? This is something that I heard.
I've heard this, but we don't need this. The Prophet didn't do it, alayhi salatu wasalam.
Exactly.
Exactly. You don't need that.
SubhanAllah.
Because you use the tongue for
Good.
dhikrullah, for
Keep it
reciting
engaged in
the
the-
glorious
because
God. Keep
this-
it busy with something else.
Yeah, keep it
You need it-
busy
you need it
with
for
the
something
dhikr.
good.
لا يزال لسانك رطبا بذكر الله.
ذكر الله.
Keep your tongue wet by moving it, because if it's not moving, it will get dry.
In dhikr Allah.
And so make it always with dhikr
And you said
Allah.
something very important, that if, the default should be that we try to keep quiet. And there's hadith, من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليأكل خير ويصمت.
Yes.
Whoever believes in Allah and the last day should say something good or keep quiet.
So he should say something good.
Something good, yes.
Default that you should always be active and delivering. And this is why when some of the predecessors was giving lectures, and one of them said, Akhi, you talk a lot. And he said, in haqq, in truth, or in falsehood? He said, no, in truth.
MashaAllah.
But still you talk a lot. As long as I'm doing a lot of truth
Inshallah,
and doing
that's
something
good.
that is beneficial, then you should not refrain. And this is where we come to the fork of the road, when people misunderstand the value of silence and think that it is indefinite.
Right.
So if he sees something wrong, he says, silence is good. No,
Right.
akhi. That's the wrong place to be silent in.
Right.
It's time for the adhan to be called. He said, I don't open my mouth. No, now you're losing reward. You have to balance this.
Repeat. Jazakumullah khair. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
God is great.
The value of money in the hereafter will be measured by its proper use in the present.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة.
According to the glorious Quran, one of the best ways to use your money is to spend it in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by spreading His message of Islam. Peace TV is a non-profit Islamic satellite television channel that is primarily dedicated for just that cause, the proper presentation of Islam. It's a great choice to invest in it and a golden opportunity to purify your wealth in a way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Support Peace TV. Send your zakat and donations to IRFI Al Ryan Bank, 47 Calthorpe Road, Birmingham, UK. B151TH. Pound account number 011-32301. IBAN GB49ARAY 30008301 132301. Sort code 300083. Swift BIC code ARAY GB22. Please confirm your contribution at support@peacetv.tv.
Support Peace TV, the solution for humanity.
God is great.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back. We're talking about rumors, spreading rumors, about backbiting, about this very ill practice that's really hurting our society, subhanAllah, and our ummah. Can we just touch upon the impact of these rumors, of spreading false information and so on the Muslim ummah today? And some really practical maybe examples that how this is affecting us. I'll start with Dr. Ahmed.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man walah. Amma ba'd. I would like to widen the perspective on the means of spreading rumors.
Yeah.
Our dear brothers have already expressed the importance of the tongue
No.
and its crucial work in spreading rumors, because that's the original, it's the easier. However, nowadays with technology advancement and people now knowing how to read, how to see, and so on and so forth, it's very easy nowadays with using computers and social media, with smartphones and all that. It's very easy to receive a message. Sometimes you don't even complete reading it, and you see something that is very interesting, or something that was said about someone or some figure, whether this is important, non-important, you already forward it to a group, and you don't know. Sometimes the group, now some companies have extended the number of people in a group up to more than 100 now, 120, 200, 300. So massive. Now we're getting into a very wider usage and reception of these rumors, not only from one person to another or just a limited number of group. And that's very, very dangerous. We should be even more cautious with the spread of knowledge, use of media, writing, all of these new means of communications. We need to be more careful. Let me point out to even the glorious Quran, when it was addressing the Sahaba and expressing all of what they were using to talk about. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لا خير في كثير من نجواهم إلا من أمر بصدقة أو معروف أو إصلاح بين الناس. That even this, what they used to exchange in their own meetings and conversations,
Chit-chatting.
or chatting together, this is all nonsense. There is no good in it, except if you enjoin sadaqah, to give charity to work on that, to spread that, or to enjoin good, or even to settle differences or rectify problems that are present among people. That's what is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made these three exceptions. Otherwise, all of this is nonsense, is of no value. What about so much of what we talk about? In fact, we let our tongues, our hands loose and set them free to say anything, to do anything, to forward anything, to spread all of these things. And that's really dangerous. What about the rumors? And even the most dangerous is when you really talk about important people, particularly the scholars of Islam, those who have really great status in the society. And even if you differ with them, even if you have different opinion, maybe you differ with them in your orientation or something like this, but you have to be very, very careful. And scholars are always saying, لُحُومُ الْعُلَمَاءِ مَسْمُومَةً, so that to even eat the flesh and the meat of a scholar is like you're eating a poison. It's poisonous to do this kind of thing. That's why we need to be very, very careful, and not because it's so easy nowadays to spread rumors about what this person said, what that person responded. Oh, I heard the news that this person is saying this and saying that. Or even you try to criticize people in public offices, people who are conducting their own business. Maybe you don't like the way they do things. However, maybe they're doing it, they have their own justifications, they have their own reasons. Unless you want to rectify the situation, you may need to approach them directly, or write to them, or advise them directly, rather than to spread all these rumors. And then, you know, people become so confused. And then we really reap out terrible consequences, and everyone will suffer. We take it so easily and lightly that, you know, I'm just only enjoying what I'm doing. At least I'm relieving myself of some of the pressures on me. Yet, when you give yourself this freedom to go and spread anything that comes to you without just only reflecting on it, seeing what's the benefit of, you know, what I'm doing, I think this is going to have a tremendous negative effect on the whole society.
The verification, we have to verify. For example, I'm sure many of you, okay, the trash bin and the email is full.
Yes.
Okay, you just dump it there. Send this, forward it. If you don't forward it,
subhanAllah, yeah, this is something very important.
Fabricated hadith, many, just spread it.
If you don't forward this email, you don't love Allah.
You don't love Allah.
Or some of the most ridiculous emails that we get.
See, you don't verify that piece of information. In Islam, no. And subhanAllah, see the contradictions of Muslim. Immediately, if he heard the news on the TV or on the news, he will start spreading it. And we ask him, is this reliable? Yes. BBC, akhi.
BBC is reliable.
And you tell him, Bukhari? Bukhari. In Islam, we don't accept any piece of information till we verify. Who told you? Who narrated it to you? Who is this? Who's this? We have the acid test. So that piece of information has to be correct and accurate. And then, even if that piece of information is correct, is it beneficial to pass it?
Right.
See, Abu Hurairah, he refrained from mentioning many of the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The hadith also, which is the famous, it is in Sahihain, hadith of Mu'adh. When the Prophet ﷺ gave him the glad tidings, he said, أَفَلَا أُبَشِّرُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ? Should I not convey this glad tidings to them? He said, no, lest they rely on the promise. Don't convey it. It is a hadith. The Prophet ﷺ, no, don't convey that news, which is giving them glad tidings, glad news. Yet Mu'adh said it only when he was dying, because he didn't, radiallahu anhu, want to die while concealing the knowledge that he learned from the Prophet. So sometimes the information itself is, but there is harm. It will be misunderstood. And whom should you address and share it with? Allah al-Musta'an.
I think it's appropriate here to just discuss a little bit the issue of who's a reliable person to take information from. I mean, the information has to be reliable itself, but what about the person who's saying it? Because, today, mashallah, anyone can stand up and dissipate information through many, many means. No one checks. Anyone can write a book. Anyone can make a video. Anyone. And I believe before it was not the case. Not anyone could narrate, for example, a hadith or push information for them. They had to have certain qualifications. So if you don't mind, if we can touch a little bit about these qualifications of what makes someone reliable for spreading information.
First of all, the issue that long ago not everyone was able to spread such information is not correct. I beg to differ. Allah Azza wa Jal tells us in the Quran, وَجَعَلُوا الْمَلَائِكَةَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ إِنَاثًا أَشَهِدُوا خَلْقَهُمْ سَتُكْتَبُ شَهَادَتُهُمْ وَيُسْأَلُونَ. And the disbelievers, the idol worshippers, have made the angels, whom the angels are Allah's servants, they made them females. So they always refer to angels as females. And we see this in the Greek methodologies and also in contemporary, when they want to depict or to draw an angel, they put two small wings and it's a child. You have Cupid, you have this, they're as females. And this is why in Islam, it is not permissible to name your daughter with a name of an angel, like saying Malak or Malak. This is not permissible because you are referring that the angel is a female. Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the warning, أَشَهِدُوا خَلْقَهُمْ. Did they witness when Allah created these angels so that they can verify whether they're females or males? Allah then gives the statement which each and every one of us should know by heart. سَتُكْتَبُ شَهَادَتُهُمْ وَيُسْأَلُونَ. It will be registered and you will be held accountable on the Day of Judgment. Allah will ask you about this statement. So when you had the guts to go out of your way and say, this woman, she fornicates, this woman has boyfriends, this wife does this and that without her husband's knowledge, and you work hard to disseminate and to break the marriage by a statement, I've heard it from someone. So was it authentic? Did you verify it? So, no, it's not my responsibility. I heard it from a man who heard it from a person who heard it from a friend. All of them will be thrown in hell because of not verifying what they had said. And so many relationships, friendships, marriages, kinship were severed and broken because of a rumor that was not verified.
This is something very important, that Islam protects the honor of the Muslims. This is one of the main intents of Islam. And rumors, it's what breaks the honors of the Muslims. Jazakumullah khair for these very beneficial information. I hope that you, the audience, benefited from us. Inshallah, we'll see you on our next episode. This is your host, Gib Al-Romani. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
When you're lonely, praise Him every day. Say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. God is great. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. God is great.
The value of money in the hereafter will be measured by its proper use in the present.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة.
According to the glorious Quran, one of the best ways to use your money is to spend it in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. by spreading his message of Islam. Peace TV is a non-profit Islamic satellite television channel that is primarily dedicated for just that cause, the proper presentation of Islam. It's a great choice to invest in it and a golden opportunity to purify your wealth in a way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Support Peace TV. Send your zakat and donations to IRFI Al Ryan Bank, 47 Calthorpe Road, Birmingham, UK. B151TH. Pound account number 011-32301. IBAN GB49ARAY 30008301 132301. Sort code 300083. Swift BIC code ARAY GB22. Please confirm your contribution at support@peacetv.tv.
Support Peace TV, the solution for humanity.